Wait a minute. Who's gonna fly the buzzard? We don't know anything about flying.
The Three Stooges made the world laugh for decades, but behind the scenes, their story was filled with tragedy, mystery, and shocking Hollywood secrets buried for nearly 80 years. It begins with the strange death of Ted Healy, the man who originally brought the Stooges together. In December 1937, just days after his first child was born, Healy was beaten outside the Trocadero nightclub in Hollywood and died the next day at only 41. Witnesses claimed he had argued with three men: future James Bond producer Cubby Broccoli, his mob-connected cousin Pat DiCicco, and Oscar-winning actor Wallace Beery. MGM's studio boss Louis B. Mayer quietly sent Beery to Europe right after the incident, fueling rumors of a cover-up. The official cause of death was listed as alcoholism, but many still believe Ted Healy was murdered and Hollywood buried the truth forever. The Stooges themselves were victims of exploitation. From 1934 to 1957, Moe, Larry, Curly, and later Shemp made 190 short films for Columbia Pictures, becoming worldwide icons while being paid shockingly little. Studio head Harry Cohn trapped them in one-year contracts and lied each year that comedy shorts were losing money, even though theaters demanded Stooges films and block-booked them to secure other Columbia movies. For their first short, Woman Haters, they earned just $1,000 split three ways. Even when they became a gold mine, their pay barely grew. They filmed non-stop, often performing dangerous stunts themselves, leaving Curly especially battered and exhausted. Curly Howard's struggles ran even deeper. As a child, after accidentally shooting himself in the foot, his mother shaved his head while he healed. His hair grew back thin, and he believed women found him unattractive. That insecurity stayed with him for life. Curly drank heavily, ate compulsively, and threw himself into chaotic relationships. By the mid-1940s, his weight and health had declined. In 1946, while filming Half-Wit's Holiday, Curly suffered a devastating stroke. His brother Shemp stepped in, but Curly never recovered, spending his final years in hospitals before dying in 1952 at only 48. Despite their private pain, the Stooges took a public stand against Adolf Hitler long before America entered World War II. In 1940s, You Nasty Spy, Moe boldly played a parody of Hitler, making the Stooges the first in Hollywood to openly mock the dictator, months before Charlie Chaplin's The Great Dictator. Their films continued to ridicule Nazism, even referencing concentration camps, an astonishing risk at the time, especially for Moe and Curly, who were Jewish. But Hollywood was unkind in return. After Columbia shut down its short film division in 1957, Moe visited the studio to say goodbye. The same studio where he had worked for decades refused to let him in because he didn't have a current pass. The man whose comedy kept Columbia alive during the Depression was left standing outside, humiliated and forgotten. Behind their slapstick were real injuries. In Three Little Pigskins, real football players tackled stunt doubles so aggressively that 4 people broke limbs. Moe broke his nose during filming more than once, and real eye pokes often caused temporary blindness. Directors used actual props, mallets, saws, and hammers, to make the scenes look believable. The Stooges rarely complained, believing comedy was worth the pain. When Shemp died suddenly of a heart attack in 1955, Columbia forced Moe and Larry to complete 4 remaining shorts using old Shemp footage and a stand-in actor, Joe Palma, whose face was always kept out of frame. These fake Shemp films fooled audiences for years and remain one of Hollywood's strangest production tricks. The Stooges also battled censorship. In 1937, concerns over their dangerous violence led theaters in 14 states to ban their films, crushing their income. Only after a psychologist proved children couldn't be harmed by slapstick did the bans lift. Even after their fame peaked, personal struggles persisted. Larry Fine lost fortunes gambling and spent his final years in a retirement home, while most secretly wrote novels and short stories that were never published during his lifetime. Through murder mysteries, exploitation, censorship, and heartbreaking personal battles, the Three Stooges survived everything Hollywood threw at them. Their legacy is more than eye pokes and slapstick chaos. It is the story of resilience, loyalty, and the hidden pain behind the laughter of America's most iconic comedy trio.